Manchester attack. Grieving families of victims recall horror of arena blast. Miracle child Lily Harrison was with parents Adam Harrison and Lauren Thorpe when suicide bomber Salman Abedi blew himself up after an Ariana Grande concert. An inch-long metal bolt tore into her back and lodged against her shoulder blade. Incredibly, it missed her spinal cord and heart and only bruised her lung. Her parents reveal in a documentary, to be screened next month, how stunned medics told them she had avoided death by seconds. Lily, who was later visited by the U.S. pop star in hospital, had been walking away from the bomb. Her mother Lauren, 25, tells the documentary series, Crimes That Shook Britain. The consultant said she's one of the luckiest children who they'd ever seen. The bolt bruised her lung, but how it didn't puncture it they don't know. They said it was so close to so many things that it was a bit of a miracle. Lily was in intensive care at Royal Manchester Children's Hospital for 2 weeks. Recalling the aftermath of the blast, which killed 22 and injured 250, Adam, 32, said, "She just kept saying, 'Daddy, I don't feel well.' I told her to look at me, not to look around, and she went unconscious. It was a scary moment, but then she came round 40 seconds later, the longest 40 seconds of my life. I lifted her jacket up, and it was as if someone had thrown red paint over Lily's back. I pulled the t-shirt up, and there was a perfectly round hole in the middle of her spine right between her shoulder blades. We were lucky we were walking away. Had she been facing the other way, that would have been directly in the middle of her chest." The documentary, to be shown on the Crime Plus Investigation channel, features the stories of those caught up in the May 22 attack. Leslie Callender reveals her final moments with 18-year-old daughter Georgina. She had waited for the teenager in a hotel, but went looking for her when she failed to call after the concert. She said, "As we approached the stairs, I said to my friend, 'Oh my God, look at the blood all over the wall. It's everywhere.' It was just total carnage. There were body parts, people covered up with posters, quite a lot of paramedics working on people. I turned round, and there she was on a makeshift stretcher, a barrier. They were doing CPR, trying to keep her alive." Georgina from Hesketh Bank, Merseyside, was taken to Manchester Royal Infirmary, but died shortly afterwards. Leslie added, "I stroked her tummy, cuddled her, held her hand. I was shouting, 'Please, Georgina,' and then the medics just all stopped. By this time I was all alone with her, and I didn't know what to do. As I went out, everything went black, and I passed out." Georgina's father Simon was so overcome with grief that he did not leave his bed for 2 days. But he said, "Gradually you realize what's happening out there and what people are doing for you. The best way I describe it is a massive wave of love bashing at our door." Meanwhile, medics on duty that night describe emergency wards looking like a war zone. Professor Stephen Hawes, a consultant in emergency medicine at Wythenshawe Hospital, said, "It was just as it was in Afghanistan." Charlotte Brownhill, emergency department matron at Stepping Hill Hospital in Stockport, said, "When we looked at the x-rays you could see household objects lodged inside people's bodies. There were nuts, bolts and bulldog clips, which really brought it home as to how it was delivered." Crimes That Shook Britain, Manchester terror attack airs on Crime Plus Investigation on November 5 at 10 p.m.